Today's article comes from NDTV, and the headline is Scientists Discover Massive Ocean Near Earth's Core. The study confirmed something that it was only a theory, namely that ocean water accompanies subducting slabs and thus enters the transition zone. It was published October 2nd, 2022. Scientists have discovered a reservoir of water, 3 times the volume of all the oceans beneath the Earth's surface, according to an international study. The water has been found between the transition zone of the Earth's upper and lower mantle. The research team analyzed a rate diamond formed 660 meters below the Earth's surface, using techniques including Raman spectroscopy and FTIR spectrometry, ANI reported. The study confirmed something that for a long time it was just a theory, namely that ocean water accompanies subducting slabs and thus enters the transition zone. This means that our planet's water cycle includes the Earth's interior. These mineral transformations greatly hinder the movements of rock in the mantle, explains Professor Frank Brinker from the Institute for Geosciences at Goethe University in Frankfurt. For example, mantle plumes, rising columns of hot rock from the deep mantle, sometimes stop directly below the transition zone. The movement of mass in the opposite direction also comes to standstill. Brinker says subducting plates often have difficulty in breaking through the entire transition zone. So there is a whole graveyard of such plates in this zone underneath Europe. However, until now, it was not known what the long-term effects of sucking material into the transition zone were on its geochemical composition and whether large quantities of water existed there. Brinker explains, the subducting slabs also carry deep-sea sediments, piggyback into the Earth's interior. These sediments can hold large quantities of water and CO2, but until now it was unclear just how much enters the transition zone in the form of more stable hydrous minerals and carbonates, and it was therefore also unclear whether large quantities of water really are stored there. The prevailing conditions would certainly be conducive to that. The dense minerals, wattleite and ringwoodite, can, unlike the olivine at lesser depths, store large quantities of water. In fact, so large that the transition zone would theoretically be able to absorb 6 times the amount of water in our oceans. So we knew that the boundary layer has an enormous capacity for storing water, Brinker says. However, we didn't know whether it actually did so. An international study in which the Frankfurt geoscientist was involved has now supplied the answer. The research team analyzed a diamond from Botswana, Africa. It was formed at a depth of 660 kilometers, right at the interface between the transition zone and the lower mantle, where ringwoodite is the prevailing mineral. Diamonds from this region are very rare, even among the rare diamonds of super deep origin, which account for only 1% of diamonds. The analysis revealed that the stone contains numerous ringwoodite inclusions, which exhibit a high water content. Furthermore, the research group was able to determine the chemical composition of the stone. It was almost exactly the same as that of virtually every fragment of mantle rock found in basalts anywhere in the world. This showed that the diamond definitely came from a normal piece of the Earth's mantle. In this study, we have demonstrated that the transition zone is not a dry sponge, but holds considerable quantities of water, Brinker says. Adding, this also brings us one step closer to Jules Verne's idea of an ocean inside the Earth. The difference is that there is no ocean down there, but hydrous rock, which according to Brinker would neither feel wet nor drip water. And that is the end of this article. Well, we know for certain that there is a lot of water under the ground. I mean, that's what feeds natural springs. That's what a lot of municipalities tap into in order to have a water supply. So there is no doubt that there's a lot of water, especially like in the Midwest, where the breadbasket of the country is. I mean, farmers there use that water to irrigate their crops every year. And there's always this concern that they're draining it down too low and that we won't have any underground water after that. So we already knew that there was a lot of water under the ground. This is just kind of fine-tuning that a bit and saying that it's in that transition zone by the mantle, which is kind of cool. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. As always, it's up to you to make up your own minds, and I will catch you in the next one. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.